How about now? Is there audio now? Does that work? I can hear myself now. Okay. I'll have to work on that because I don't like wearing these for long. Okay, I apologize. And then that means you didn't get to hear the song that went with my my intro. So, huh. Well, that's a little disappointing. I'm not sure why you're not able to hear me through my camera. So how are you, Carol? How's everybody today? Rob Mack. Hello, Rob. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Play it again. Well, but if I play it again, I don't know if you'll hear it because it's on my headset. Thank you. All right. Doing okay. All right. I'm glad you're doing okay. How are you doing, Rob? Um, good. I had to take a nap. My sleeping schedule is so off. Hello, Jane and Travels. How are you? Thanks for coming in. So yeah, I know it's another midnight late night stream. I haven't done one this late in a while, but there's so many like friends on and throughout like basically the whole week, but on Saturdays, so I try to, and I don't want to miss people's streams either. um let's see, where did I have that video up at? Now, will you be able to hear it even though I have my headset on? I'm so sorry. You know, when we did the different labelings of speakers and stuff, I tried to remind myself, okay, remember this weekend to check all your stuff before you start. And I didn't do that. I apologize, everybody. I do. All right. Captain Akron. Hi, how you doing, Ryan? Okay, so I have to have mic on for you guys to be able to hear whatever it is I'm playing. Got it. Got my little sidekick here today. All right, he's there every day. That's what I do almost every time I come in here. Give him a little pat on the head. But I don't think you guys can hear him because can't really hear it through my headset. All right, so again, I apologize for the sound issues. It's a little embarrassing. Let's see. Wanted to, like I said, share some photos and chat and maybe some videos. I thought about going over my blue ice experience a couple weeks ago. That was pretty cool. Unexpected, because they say it, you know, it rarely happens. And it happened like 3 years ago. So I was expecting another, you know, couple more years. You do hear Grogu? Huh. Well, thanks, Carol. You've been very helpful. It's much appreciated. So yeah, I've been working on putting, because when we go places, I use a GoPro on the dash, and you know, I like recording the travel because it's really pretty up here. I like all the trees, and I haven't had much luck in like getting my videos onto YouTube. Like I save it and it looks good on my computer. I have a photograph monitor and I have a gaming monitor. And it looks good on both, but as soon as I get it uploaded to YouTube, it just loses all its clarity. It's awful. It makes me sad because I work hours on these, and then for it to not turn out, it's kind of disappointing. But I keep trucking on, and for YouTube channel, for this channel, I kind of condense and speed up parts, and then add photos and stuff in. This one, I did not add photos, and I pretty much put all the drive footage together, just like all of it. I didn't do a bunch of cutting. I didn't speed it up, which is kind of cool to watch the roads going really fast. But yeah, so I wanted to share that. But this particular format that I'm on, or that I use, the software that I use for, it's just like for photos, but it does let you do some video. It does like give me like a bunch of options for, you know, what format I want to save it in, bitrate and everything. But in the preview stage and before I process it and make it a full-on movie file, it looks kind of grainy on here. So let's see. But I wanted to share it. There's no music, unfortunately, to go with it. I always forget to do the share screen. Let's see. I don't think I can go any bigger of a screen there, but So this is at Pigeon River Country State Forest here in northern Michigan. It's just east or part of Vanderbilt, Michigan. The largest city south of me is Gaylord. And coming back from Gaylord, we took a little side trip, a little off the beaten path, off the highway. And when I was looking up like this particular area on the Google Maps, it said that this was the state forest, and supposedly it has the largest elk herd east of the Mississippi, and they particularly are more active in the fall. So, of course, being a photographer, I would love to take a photograph of an elk because that would be amazing. Michelle, Monarch Moments. Hello, Silver Sister. How are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So our first little drive about didn't see anything. It's like a 10-mile but 20-mile area. It's the largest undeveloped state park in the Lower Peninsula. We did have fun driving down the back roads, and I don't know if you can see, but there's some pretty big potholes, like, and we are in a 4-wheel drive truck, and it was something going through some of these spots, but it was fun and beautiful. And then you're looking to spot some kind of wildlife, of course, elk or bear or bobcats or pine martens, and usually I'm just photographing birds. Those are kind of easy because I lure them to my bird feeder. Gearing out to take the Christmas tree down. Well, that's been a little while, huh? That's okay. Last year, it took me a long time to take my tree down. I have a flocked Christmas tree, so it kind of looks pretty all year long. So, yep. Of course, along this way, I asked my husband, he's driving. I asked him to stop so I could take some photos. And we're off again. And if I could, I would have gone like every other day. It's about, I don't know, it's about 20 minutes south to get to the entrance of the state park. But due to the road condition, oh, I need another photo apparently. Due to the road conditions, and wildlife, horseback riders, you kind of go slow. Oh, I guess I didn't have the right angle. Oh, Max Life, Love and Learning. Hello. Ah, all right. Spring forward. Is it really spring forward tonight? I thought we had like another week for spring forward, but thank you. Michelle says, or Carol, I'm sorry, you said that your tree is still up as well. Yours is in the basement, so nobody can see it. So that's cool. Well, I didn't realize that we did this many stops. Yes, it is tonight. Okay. Well, thanks. I guess I'm counting on my phone to do that. Except for the VMAX. Oh, JD. Hey, JD. Good to see you. Michael and Bella's Travel. Hello. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. It's good to see you. So yeah, I'm just sharing some footage from Pigeon River Country Forest. Yep, UJD Max. Awesome. I appreciate you coming in. Which GoPro do I use? I use a GoPro Hero 7. Eventually, I will get a newer one. My husband has cracked the screen a little bit on the one we have with his drone flying. But so it still works, I believe. I think we were questionable last time. But yeah, it's no longer waterproof, but I believe it still works. Anyway, so I'm supposed to get a new one. I might possibly get a new phone. I've got the iPhone 6S at the moment. This big phone here. And I'd like to get, I like this phone. It's fine for whatever it is that I do, but the new camera features on the iPhone would be awesome because this only records in like a 720, and I'd like a little bit better of a quality. Now, apparently it streams better, but it doesn't record. Doesn't record as good. And so it's got like more camera options on that, and I would like it because it's like my second camera onto my Nikon. Rachel's Adventures. Hello. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Just sharing a little bit of traveling here in Michigan. It's a beautiful location. I guess like I know it wasn't 100 years. Well, maybe. It's almost 200,000 acres, or is it just a little over 100,000? Somewhere in there. Ernest Hemingway had been there, said it's the best he'd ever been in, and wild as the devil, he said. But yeah, I would like to do more of the walking around with the GoPro thing. But it's kind of hard for me because I'm always stopping and taking photographs. Something always catches my eye. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mine's going okay. It was sunny today, but man, it's still been cold and windy. And I have this thermometer downstairs that tells me like what the high of the month is, what the low of the month, same with the day. And so the high of this month has been 60 and the low of this month has been 2. It did get up to 51 today, and it was really nice in the sunshine. But man, it's already dropped below 30. And all my snow is gone. I'll miss the snow till next season. There's no no ATVs and stuff allowed in this park either. I thought it'd be cool to be like a forest ranger. I used to want to be a conservation officer, but when I discovered they still have to do like traffic stops and stuff, it's not what I want to do. I just want to protect the forest and, stop poachers and stuff, or people without proper licenses to fish and hunt, and, those kind of little things. But traffic stops, I am not down for. But I think a forest ranger would be pretty cool. There's plenty of them up here by me. Can anybody still hear me okay? Oh, I need some more photos. I'm not sure how this is coming in on your side. This one screen, it looks kind of dull in the color. The other one looks better. Thanks. Oh, see, out of all the trees we've seen so far, this is like the orangest one out of them all. So I had to stop. My husband would tease me because I had asked him to take me there like on the weekends. And he'd tell me he would just set me up a tent and bring me food and stuff on the weekends and visit me there because I like to be there. So I'm not sure if it's a sugar maple. It's definitely a maple. You could be right. I'm not sure. Sure is pretty there though. So this fall, I will try to go again. I've got a couple other videos of going here, but we did see elk. We saw an elk. She was getting ready to cross the road on the right, and then she turned around and went back the other way. So I only saw her for like a blip. And then when we left here, it was the sun had already set, but there was still enough light to see the silhouette. First, I heard I had the windows down because I like the sound of tires on the gravel. I heard the bleating of the male elk. I don't know if you've ever heard them. If you've ever watched Lord of the Rings and heard the ring wraiths, that's what they remind me of. It's kind of scary if you don't know what they sound like because it's this really high pitch kind of screech squeal kind of a thing. But I heard that and we slowed down and I looked off to the right and up on the hill was a female. And then there was another female, but it was dark. They were a little ways off. And then sure enough, right after the females walked, the buck come up. And my gosh, their antlers are like 4.5 feet tall. Anyways, it was impressive to see him in his silhouette, but it wasn't like the shot. You know what I mean? It didn't turn out great. I could show you guys, but I don't know. Nothing I'd post on Instagram, I guess. There's so many wonderful photographers out there. I feel that was would pale in comparison. So yeah, wondering which path we should take on this day. Should we go this way? Should we go that way? Well, that route looks a little muddy and a little sketchy, so let's just keep going this way. Another thing I've been looking for since we moved up here, and I've yet to see, is a pine marten, which are these cute, like little, I don't want to say cat, mongoosey kind of looking thing, I guess. They're pretty cute. Ooh, and I got some other video that I'm working on. It's of the Wilderness State Park over on Lake Michigan. And past the headlands, the road gets really narrow and it's just all tree lined and it's so beautiful with the sun shining through. It's a beautiful drive. You're vacuuming the tree. Yeah, it would be, they were pretty impressive. So they're like the largest, they're like one down from the size of a moose, the elk. I would like, I guess there's moose up in the UP and definitely on Isle Royale, which is just north of the Upper Peninsula on the west side. Oh, we're getting some of Jay's drone footage. Right? I've never seen one except for in pictures. They're so cute. And unfortunately, after the it like warmed up after the blue ice weekend, so it was too sketchy to go out to the blue ice, and so I wanted to attempt to photograph snowy owls, and mostly they stay up in Canada, but they've been known to go as far south as Florida and search for food and stuff. But there was actually online, there's like a locator of snowy owls where people have reported when they've seen them and where. And I was going to do that, but then it got too warm, so I figured they like the cold, and they've already gone farther north. So I will have to try that again next season. So when my husband's flying these drones, he says it's like an outer body experience. I think it's pretty cool. I bought myself like this little drone. It's supposed to like follow me with hand motions. Like I don't even have to do any kind of directing or anything. But it's light, and it it seems like any little gust of wind, it just carry off. So I haven't messed with it. There's no road signs. Yeah, I pulled up a Google map, and I have to do it before I get into the forest because there's no service. Or I would do like an IRL stream there, but there's no service. So definitely have to pull up the map before so you don't get lost. But it's basically one main road and then a bunch of little roads off of that. So if you stay on the main road, and off the main road is some of the larger viewing areas to see the elk. Jay, when he flies his drone, he does more of like freestyle, which he does like acrobatic kind of stuff, flips and barrels, and goes through little tight places and zips around. But when he goes out with me, when I go taking photos, he does like he goes up and gets the nice 360 view. um, Hi, Occam's Razor. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. So, yeah, it's beautiful there. I think I already said that. I call it elk country. It's pigeon river country, but I didn't see any pigeons. I did see some elk, so I kind of call it elk country. They have multiple different campsites, and oh, I was gonna say it looked like something crossed the road, but it was just the reflection of the off the dashboard. And unfortunately, I did not get to go back here when it had snowed because I thought this would be so beautiful, all covered in snow. Elk were crying. North Carolina, we are in so far. We found this little community in the middle of nowhere. Kind of creepy. It was creepy, huh? Was it like this would be creepy? This would be creepy at nighttime for me. I'd be thinking of like Slender Man or something. That would be good. Oh, here comes one of those lakes in the road right up here. And this is pretty deep. It goes up to the step sides on the truck. And I think it went over the step side the last time we went through there. But there's like water on both sides of the road there. It's kind of marshy. So it's expected to be like that. Oh, that looks easier on the camera that I thought we'd see it go like this for sure. Hey, your dad's 7-point elk rack over the couch. Wow, that's cool. No, like deliverance. Yikes. We don't want that. We don't want that. Oh, looks like I need another photo. 7-point elk. Now they do elk hunting, but it's like a lottery. They only draw out and give so many tags. And about the moose, I think it's last year, maybe the year before, but the elk population in Isle Royale is really high, and we don't have enough of the timber wolves up there to maintain the population. So they brought in some wolves from Canada, I guess, to kind of take it down a notch. But yet they say that no wolves are in the Lower Peninsula. I find hard to believe. They can walk across the ice. They sure can. They're up there in the UP. I only say that because I found some really big dog prints, and I had sent it in to the DNR because it was just a solo. It was by itself, and then they told me it was a canine, but I had one of the biggest breeds of canines. It was a Bernese Mountain Dog, and his paws were not that big, and he was a big boy. So I'm still skeptical about it. And then I've seen people's like nighttime footage of people catching not so much the wolves, but cougars, pumas. But they'll tell you that there's no pumas here. So yeah, this trip can take a few hours. Stopping, looking, taking our time. Look how pretty. It's so pretty. Yeah, and coyote tracks are actually kind of small, you know. Like I have a 80-pound golden retriever, and her feet aren't really big, but they're smaller than her prints. You get coyotes out here sometimes, but these were huge. Like I went and did my research, and I took the ruler out there and measured and paid attention to the pad shape and all that stuff. They were about as big as my hand, and my hand is pretty big. I got some large mitts. I call them Lana hands. I don't know if you guys ever watch. Oh, it's on Comedy Network. I believe. Oh, I can't think of it. It starts with an A. Anyways, Lana Hands. So what do you guys think? Is this too boring? We need some music, perhaps. Some music. I can get some more copyright claims. Or you're blocked even. What was crazy? So in a little bit, we're going to decide to go check out one of the campgrounds. And it seemed forever to find this campground. And like I said, these little lakes in the road were pretty deep. And when we got to the campground, there was 2 vehicles there, and one was this little car. And I just wondered how that little car got through that water that was so deep. Oh, I need some photos. One time a lynx, and you had a moment with a lynx. The lynx would be beautiful. Drone shots were cool. Thanks. They were pretty awesome. Looks the same as your turf. Oh, there we go. There we got some wiggle of the GoPro. Yeah, I wish I could play some music along with. Oh, something caught my eye. We had to stop. You thought you saw a Sasquatch? There used to be this really cool Sasquatch statue. Ended up finding out it was just plastic. But going into Mackinac City, just as you're coming in to like where all the hotels and motels and everything are on the lakeside, on the coast, there's this Bigfoot there. He's awesome to look at. And then I think it was last June when I drove through there, it was knocked over. It was on its back. And not only was it on its back, but somebody was like over, like they were standing on him. And on the way back, I pulled off to see like if they had broke it or something like that. If somebody knocked it down. It was a hard like plastic and heavy. But it was during the time when they were tearing all the statues and stuff down, and I was upset about that. And then I'm like, why would they tear down Bigfoot? What's wrong? What's wrong with Bigfoot? But he's no longer there. Bigfoot's gone. It's kind of sad. Oh, you thought I was a Sasquatch. Gotcha. Thanks. Lynx, no, they are not the same as bobcats. I want to say they're about the same in size. Maybe the lynx are a little bigger. Your kind of country? Yeah, you saw there's like nothing and nobody. You know what I mean? Oh, here we go. So somebody decide. Yep, here we go. The forever from here to the campground was like forever. It didn't matter. It was on fun. It was an adventure. No, I got some acreage here where I'm at, and I do go out and venture on my property, but I don't have elk in my yard. I got to go here to get pictures of elk. I do have deer. Fortunately, I have not seen any black bear, but I know they are here and in the area. I think they mostly stay. There's a preserve a little bit northeast around a cranberry farm. that I'm sure that the bear are in. Ooh, that would be awesome. You get to come up this summer. Oh, and your son will be living up north. That's awesome. I really like up here. Wow, you came across the links, huh? Were you both like scared of each other? Like you startled each other and you both ran opposite directions. Tim, how are you, Tim? Well, thanks for coming in. I know it's late, but it's much appreciated. Yeah, I'm curious of what the reaction between you. You say there was a stare down, but I'm curious how you guys reacted to each other. All right, so we're deciding, do we want to go left? Because there's the campground. But this looks really pretty. Let's just drive up this road, this part, just a little bit. You were taking him as much as he was me. We decided to part ways. Well, that's good. Oh, Tim, no apologies necessary. Not at all. Much appreciated that you're here. Good to see you. Just sharing some road footage of Pigeon River Country State Forest here in northern Michigan. Oh, there's Sasquatch again. I'm little for a Sasquatch. I could barely see over the hood of the truck. It's all so beautiful. So yeah, one of my favorite photos is, I believe, from this trip, and I posted it on Instagram. I told my well, I was talking with my aunt. I have family down south in Mississippi, and she really liked the picture. It's of like this green here on the dirt road, and so she asked how much for my photo, but told her I like her, so I was just gonna give her a photo. She's gonna have like a big one printed on like on wood to hang up in their new house that they're building. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, yeah, okay, we're turning around. We're figuring, okay, this road's gonna take us for a while, so let's head back to going after the campground. I have not seen a bear out in the wild, but up in the UP, I believe it's Mayberry. There is a Oswald Bear Ranch. I think it's been there since '95, and they take in orphan bears and problem bears, being those that aren't scared of the public, because people leave food and stuff out for them and all that jazz. But they have a facility there. They have their big males and their females, and then their yearlings, and they got their little cubs. And they have a photo opportunity where you can get your picture taken with the cub. I did do that the last time we were there. No, time before last. um, it sits on this, I want to say it's just like a tree trunk, and they give you a spoon that has peanut butter and jelly on it, and you hold that to the bear, and you can pet the bear just on his head while they take the photo, and then that's it. And then, but my goodness, they're so adorable. And when they're playing around and they're rolling and everything, they're so cute. But definitely little feisty things. Bear Ranch, let's see. They say if you hear a baby crying in the woods, it could be a cougar. Yeah, that'd be scary. Okay, so up here, you only get to see this elk for like for just a blip. When I come around the corner, it's going to be on the right hand side. Yeah, there it went. It was right here, and she took off this way. Let's see. You only get to see her for a little bit. You can't even I couldn't even make her out. Jay saw her better than I did. Okay, right. Yeah, she's right there, and she went that way. Slowing down. Did you see? You saw it? Where'd she go? I wanted to see one so bad. Like I've been out west in Wyoming and through Nebraska and stuff when I was much younger, and my grandfather took us to this park where all these antelope and all kinds of wildlife are just everywhere. It was amazing. This was not like that. This is more of kind of find a good open spot, and supposedly the elk will come out. People have been very successful, but then I've ran into people here saying they've been here for years and they haven't seen an elk yet. I hear people say, oh yeah, we come here all the time and we see them all the time. Bear Ranch. Oh yes, bears who eat people. Yep, it's just a little bit of a problem. High school mascot was a cougar. You have some elk down here now in the Great Smokies. Nice. You did get to see a cougar up close in the 80s. It was the cougar they used for the Lincoln Mercury. All right. I used to have one of those, actually. Very cool. I wouldn't want to I'd rather come across a lynx or a bobcat. There's no way I'd want to come across a puma. Do you know the puma, the big kitty, has more names than any other animal? You know, like mountain lion, puma, cougar. And I guess there's a few others. It's got like 7 or 9 names. And it's just a puma. Oh, it's a little rough. Yeah, the only thing I think would be cooler is be able to hear all like the nature sounds and the gravel from the truck on the road. I spent, let's see, she was retired and loved the family friend. Her name is Rugati. Oh yeah? Wow, so that's cool. Michael and Bella remembers that cougar. Malcolm spent almost 2 years in Michigan. It didn't look like this here. It was impossible to locate one pine tree. Well, he must have been farther downstate, I guess, because it's like halfway down. I want to say like from Mount Pleasant down is there's not as near as many as up here in the UP. Oh my gosh, with the pine trees. It smells wonderful though. I've got a few different species of pine trees on my property. Face to face with bears, like out in the wild, face to face with bears. Like I see in Alaska when the grizzlies are going salmon hunting and there's the photographers and everything there, that would be cool because they're busy and preoccupied. But if I'm just hanging out in the middle of the field taking photos and I encounter a bear, I'm not sure how that would go. Yeah, so yeah. Lansing, Grand Rapid area. Okay, yeah. And Carol, yeah, we saw him face to face with a big cat this morning. Sure did. Bamarash, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Kind of low key this Saturday evening. Just taking you guys on a little road trip through state forest. We're part of the state forest. We're hunting for the campground, just taking a little adventure. Well, in the meantime, I'm like looking for elk. Scanning. Remember the guy, I'm going to live with the bear. Whoa. Remember the guy, I'm going to live with the bears. Bears ate him. Yeah, but there seems like there was another guy that had some. See, okay, this is the part. You see how the truck is doing all this bit? And I'm telling you, that was really deep, and I'm wondering how that car made it through this because it was pretty sketchy in the 4-wheel drive. Yeah, there was that guy. He had like grizzlies in his backyard. He had raised them, and then him and the bears were moving to Alaska because he was going to try to let them go on their own and be free. Oh, so it was while you were bow hunting. I see. We have some nice woods in Ann Arbor, but nothing as large or as old as this. Yeah, there are some beautiful places in Ann Arbor. But no, it's not quite like these, I guess. These have been around for a long time. I'm native Pacific by mountains and waterfalls. It's rolling hills in Michigan. Got homesick, yeah. Well, we have a Black Mountain, but it's just a really big hill. But I guess at a certain elevation is when they declare it a mountain. And then we have Porcupine Mountains up in the UP and lots of waterfalls in the UP. See, like this spot right here. This seemed like it would just drown the engine out of that car. Cheerio Geeks, Danny and Jess, how are you? Good to see you. Maybe zombies after I'm done with the stream. My husband has been just playing the heck out of the zombies, and so if we get to hang out, and then I guess I gotta play zombies too. But yeah, I think we're gonna play. If he's not passed out by the time I'm done, we'll probably play, or I'll go to multiplayer. But yeah, how are you guys? Oh, well, thanks. It is a beautiful drive. It's the largest undeveloped state forest here in northern Michigan. Ernest Hemingway said it was the best he'd ever been in. Also, I guess he must have frequented Michigan because there is a place in like Petoskey. There's a few locations, like in the one restaurant. Ooh, why can't I think of the name of it? Oh, I'm bad remembering things tonight. My apologies. Before it was this restaurant, it used to be, well, you guys don't, they didn't really call them honky tonks, but it was like billiard bar kind of place that Ernest Hemingway used to hang out at. And it's got like the plaque on front of the building. I've heard a lot of things. He must have liked it here. Let's see. Amazing Drive. Went snow sledding there and almost dropped. Oh my gosh. Were you headed towards, like, you must have been headed towards water then and when you were sledding. Started something I would like. You started how you say that? Chashing? Did a video on it. I'm not sure what that is. I saw that the original night of the icing. Huh. Well, that's cool. So I think we're getting to the part of coming across the campers. There's just two people. Oh, okay. Geocaches. Gotcha. Okay. As you can see, it's getting dark. All right. Be up on Monday. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Because, say, Tim, you did, or people were doing that when you were still working. I also like the video where you were driving with your dog. And telling us what she was saying. That's great. Built over 100 basements and work Grand Rapids water treatment plant. Yep. Because that's what my husband does. It's when you go out into the woods and things like that and find hidden boxes with things people leave in them. Huh. And it was on federal property that they did that, Pruitt. Interesting. So have you found anything cool? Did you put something out for people to find? So it's like a kind of like a Pokemon Go kind of a thing. I wonder if I can brighten this up any. This looks pretty dark. I'm losing a lot of the color. Let's see. After this, earlier on Tim's stream, we're talking about sounds of like Mars. But it was a while ago, because I homeschooled my kids, and Carson was really into like space and stuff like that. So I'd watch cool videos on YouTube, and you come across ones that had like the sounds of the different planets. I believe it was recorded by Cassini, which is no longer in service. But it recorded the sounds of a few planets, Earth being one, Jupiter, and I believe Saturn. And if there are any other recordings, I'm not sure what it was recorded by. But anyways, some very eerie sounds, to be honest. Kind of cool, but you are a land manager with a federal agency. Ah, okay. Very cool. And then on your off time, you rode motorcycles or flew planes, right? Oh, it's getting really dark. See, right here, well, actually, it's on the way back. Jay flies his drone right there by that. Well, we park there and he flies his drone, and I can't find that clip. Okay. Jay's place caches on the land. Park you go to manages one there. There's an app for hunting spooky stuff. But I think it a one-way trip to become a victim. Atlanta. Yeah, they're in Atlanta. I've only been through Atlanta. I never stopped in Atlanta. And it was pouring rain when we were driving through Atlanta. Coming back from Florida. That was a scary drive because was it one? I think it was like a 4 lane. It was 4 lane. I was napping, and we were in the second of the from the left lane. And this car had come speeding, and I was telling you it was pouring, and this car had come speeding off, coming in on, the entrance ramp, cut in front of the 2 vehicles to our right. And when he did that, he spun around like this, that my husband saw his eyes in our headlights, and then the guy like veered off and hit the guy next to us, and then they went into the median. That was crazy. And like I woke up when the car's headlights were facing us. That was scary. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, it was I-75. Mm-hmm. Well, I'd like to go to. I don't know if you guys call them antebellum homes in Atlanta, but there's a lot of like the southern charm and stuff that I like. All right. Let's see. Wow, we don't need a whole hour. All right, we can do this though, because this is not an hour. Okay, it's got an ad. We don't need to hear that. So yeah, there are some places I'd like to photograph. All right, I think hopefully this won't be too loud. Mm-hmm. New window. Put this over there. I'm gonna hit a full screen, and let's see. Tim, okay, close to us. Yeah, Dolly would be cool. Randonautica. Yeah, I follow some YouTubers that have done that Randonautica. I don't want to do that or the necrophonics. I'm not messing with that either. Yeah, no, no. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. All right, let's see if this works here. Well, it'll work if I don't mess up that. All right, so this is supposedly, Tim, if you're still here. This is the sounds of
Beyond the rocky inner worlds and the strange asteroid belt is Jupiter, the fifth planet from the Sun. Everything about Jupiter is huge. It is so big that more than 1,300 planet Earths could fit inside of it, and is 2.5 times more massive than all of the other planets in the solar system combined. We all know what the colossal gas giant looks like, with its majestic swirling clouds, its famous spinning storm, the Great Red Spot, and its large, mysterious moons orbiting around it. But have you ever wondered what Jupiter sounds like? Back in 2016, NASA's Juno spacecraft was well on its way to the giant gas planet when its onboard instruments detected and recorded the roar of Jupiter. This explosive
wow.
is actually the sound of Juno entering into Jupiter's magnetic field, which protects the planet from solar wind. When the supersonic solar wind is suddenly
That's
slowed down
crazy.
and heated up as it enters into the gas giant's magnetosphere, it produces a bow shock.
So
This
YouTube to
was
talk about
Juno's
getting together
experiment
around
and was
here.
over into
That'd be
space.
awesome.
NASA then translated Juno's
Perfect. You have to
observations
find
into
yourself in a
French
cage.
words
I wouldn't do it.
to
Nope,
represent
not the
the power
necro.
of Jupiter's immense magnetic field. The gas giant's magnetosphere is considered one of the largest structures in the solar system,
What,
extending
Danny?
over 4
Really?
million miles wide. It is almost 15 times
No
stronger than the Sun
way.
and 20,000 times stronger than Earth's magnetic field. But it's not just Jupiter's powerful
You'd fly in
magnetosphere that it's
space?
home to. Juno also
Wow.
collected plasma
As
waves
beautiful
from
as it is,
supernovas and
I'm too
left an
much.
archive
I
of
couldn't do it.
activity.
No, this wasn't the video that I was looking for, but similar sounds to what I heard on the other. Um, yeah, right? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. Mm-mm.
This eerie recording was
I would
posted
like
by
to.
the Juno spacecraft using the
Like it'd be
technology
cool to
known
use like
as
the radio and do the radio scanner, but even that,
Images show that
like
plasma is denser in the lower parts of
I don't want
Jupiter's
anything like
magnetosphere, and that the frequencies grow higher
following
as
me
it
back because I
travels.
would never do it
This
around my
makes the
home
original
ever.
data in this
I don't want to
recording
stir
at a
anything up,
much higher
but
frequency than humans can receive. But NASA slowed the data down by a factor of 60, causing the sound to shift
yeah,
downward on frequency that
I
we
kind of
cannot
want to check
detect.
out the
It is
necrophonic
almost
app,
incredible to think that
but
we can
I'm
listen to
happy
the
just
cosmos
observing people
through
on
space
YouTube that do it.
frequencies.
And then I can listen and try to help them like pick out the words and stuff.
Celestial wonder that we call
Tim would like to go into space too. Wow, you guys are brave.
I really hope you enjoyed this video and you did let it like button and subscribe if you enjoyed your video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you. Now, see, these are a couple years ago. Wonder if this will be like the same. Oh man. No, I need just a straight up video. 3 hours of Sound of Jupiter. And Earth sounds crazy too. All planet sounds from space. Maybe this will work. Are you guys still with me? Am I boring y'all to death? I appreciate everybody being here. Let me know if that's too loud. Okay, space station. Danny, you never do anything around your home. No, never, ever, ever. Even watching on YouTube, I've thought about that, Danny. Dang it. Oh, for shake, your name is Shelly Starwalker, and you're afraid of space. I just don't want to go in it. I love to observe it and learn about it and all that kind of stuff, but I think I'll keep my feet on the ground. Lost you with the app talk. Sorry, Tim, it's creepy. Cool drummer, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. No, I did not catch the From the Rover on Mars. I have not seen that yet. Everybody's saying hi. Awesome. Doesn't this sound crazy? Like, it's all very eerie to me. I'm up here. Let's see. Michael and Bella saw that. Random app is something, or someone programs a location for you to find something creepy and you have no clue what it really is there. Necrophonic app is a ghost or spirit app to locate spirits. You definitely talk with them. Waiting for an alien to pop its head onto the cam from the Mars rover, right? Was at Downtown Disney and Disney. Oh, awesome. How was that, Cool Drummer? All right. Christmas tree is finally down. In just a couple more months, I'll be going back up. But good job. Well, awesome. You got to go to Downtown Disney and stuff. Very nice. Is that the creepiest one? I want to say that's the creepiest sounding one. Nature's Disneyland, does that count? I think it counts. Sounds a little windy on Uranus. Well, See, there you go. Danny and Jess still have their tree up. Are the resorts opening in California? Yeah, I don't know. Carol says, Michelle, come on over. She'll make you breakfast and while you take down her tree. Stayed till the end. Very cool. Right? And Danny and Jess still have their tree. A 10-foot. Why is it got to be so huge? Oh, there's some of my blue ice. Well, not mine, but my photo of the blue ice. Oh, hey, that works. At least, like you said, you guys know you're not alone. All right, so I guess we'll go for just a few more minutes. Going Bigfoot. Hey, you can come here and go Bigfoot hunting too. There's been sightings up here, up in the north, and then here in the Lower Peninsula, and then in the Upper Peninsula. There's been some sightings. And actually, it's funny because I was talking about Bigfoot earlier. There's a Bigfoot statue going into Mackinac City. It should be here amongst all my files. So many files. Oh, well, I can share this because we were talking about bears. This is from the Oswald Bear Ranch in the UP. Yep. Looking for Bigfoot. I thought it was a pretty cool looking Bigfoot, by the way. These are all the pictures that used to be on my phone. It's some of my favorites. I look forward to see these guys again this year. The osprey. This is the mama or the daddy because I can't tell which. This is one of the babes. They had 2 babies. And I found it interesting that the young's eyes were orange until they get mature. This one was cool because one of the parents had come flying in with fish in tow, and watching mom pick at the fish and feed the youngs was pretty cool. Disneyland Resort be opening soon, hopefully into April. Very cool. Sightings are off the chart right now. Huh. Wow. Carol hasn't seen Bigfoot, but she's seen the Yeti. Good to see you too, Cool Drummer. Thank you. Thank you very much. Michael and Bella still have Christmas lights in the window. I'm going to keep them up all year. There you go. Not only do I have lights in here, but I have lights in other parts of the house. And not so much Christmas lights, but I like lights, all the sparkly things. Right, spot your reel. An ancient people. We have 2 Bigfoot museums. Okay. That'd be cool to see. Yep. Now they're all 4-season lights. Moonlight. Yep. Fun fact, there are many different color phases. Yep. Even like white and cream and red and yep, sure are. You mostly get the turkey vultures and the hawks. Yeah, when I was it's been a while since I've been in Ann Arbor. But yeah, I saw a few red-tailed hawks when I was in Ann Arbor because there's lots of prey there. Yeah, tell more, Tim. Let's see. System member. Oh, here you go. So you brought the fish in. Now this was at the end of the road up by Duncan Bay. And with the foliage all gone, you have to cross the main, one of the main roads and then keep on going to get to the end of the road. And you could see, like for half mile, you could see this nest from up on top of these poles. Nope, I have not seen I am way behind on so many things. I have not seen your dino drive-through, but I would definitely do that. You ate a whole turkey leg. Well, it must have been pretty good if you ate the whole thing. For some reason, it reminded me of Billy and Mandy, or Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Talking about the turkey leg. This is one of my favorite ones. Because this parent that was up in the nest with the young, there was a bald eagle flying around, and one of the parents left to distract the bald eagle. Of course, this is the wind blowing up its feathers. But the harpy eagle, actually, their head feathers actually kind of like stand up like a bit like that. Sub-zero black bears run the glaciers. Call them blue bears. Most red tails, some Cooper hawks and others. And then there's the broadwing, the red shoulder. Good night, Shelly. Got to get Gabriel to bed. I forgot it's like an hour later. All right, Silver Sister Michelle. Thanks for spending time with me. It's much appreciated. You have a lovely evening, and I will do my best to be there tomorrow night. Sorry I missed you guys' stream. My hours and everything are just way off. But I will see you tomorrow. You have a good night. Tell the rest of the family I said hello. You have that on. You have Billy and Mandy on right now. Really? I don't know what it is about that cartoon, but I love it. A pair of red shoulder hawks that have nested near our house for years. You go get you some photos, Tim. Just capture that little bit of a moment. I think they're just so beautiful. And then we have some sandhill cranes. These are off out in the field next to a ranch. There's 2 of them just hanging out there. They were preening, like this one was stretching. for a little while there, it was about the same time every day I could go out there and pretty much see them. But they wouldn't always be close enough. Like I have a 600 millimeter lens, which I can see far away, but then like here, they're a little bit far, so I do lose a little bit of detail. But still, I think they're pretty awesome. I have this thing about trying to capture birds in flight. Something about the wing spread and everything. I think it's just so beautiful. Red shoulder hawk sometimes. We have this owl that lives outside our apartment that will keep you all night if the windows are open. And not to mention the bullfrogs and the mockingbirds. I look forward to the frogs coming back here in the next couple of weeks. I have a pond over here by the driveway, and there's almost deafening loud, and it doesn't last all summer, but in the spring, man, it is something else. And I love it. Sand hills lay over near here during the winter. Huh. Yeah, I look forward to their if they migrate, and I'm not sure if they migrate, but if they do, I look forward to their return. I did see some Canadian geese flying over today, so that's always a good sign. You have sandhill cranes in a big field in Dexter part of the year. Well, Carol, you need to get your camera out and go get you some photos. Oh, yeah, what kind of owl? That's a good question. So raven that I would really like to have as my friend. Name him Diablo. Um, but this raven last year would kind of frequently hang out on the telephone pole right out here. You know, because I've seen like where this little girl has these ravens that are friends. They bring her like little trinkets and stuff. I'm a little jealous. Let's see, kind of owl. Oh, the mockingbirds. I I like the mockingbirds though. I remember like when I was the mockingbirds down Mississippi when I was whistling and calling my mom's dogs. The mockingbirds would mimic my whistle. That was funny. Does he hoot or screech? My phone doesn't take good pictures. My GoPro is good for wide angle shots, but not much else. I hear ya. Well, even your phone's not good at pictures. Very smart birds, ravens are. Yes, they are. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, that almost sounds like a great horned owl. Ooh, ooh. There's another one that kind of sounds similar to the great horn. Speaking of birds in flight. Yeah, I'd make the noise, but I'd make a fool of myself. But I do a pretty good owl, great horned owl impersonation. My mom had a lot around her property, and when I was sitting outside at night, I would talk back to them. Because that's what my silly self does. I talk to the animals. We have huge red tails. Samsung J3, definitely not good camera. Why do I always look peed off? But it could be a barred owl. He says, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you?" I did. Well, that was a pretty sad impression. So if I achieved it, then all right. Who cooks for you? Apollo. Huh. That's what it sounds like. Who cooks for you? Apollo? Mm, let's see. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I collect rocks. I collect rocks. Yes, I do. And these have been through a tumbler. So there's really cool stones to be found here in Michigan. And actually, there's quite a few states that have some really cool rocks to be found. But here particularly is one, it's called the pudding stone and also the Petoskey stone. And our shorelines are just covered with all these beautiful different specimens of rocks. And behind my property here, there is a sand quarry. So I have a thing of going out there and with a bag and a squirt bottle, because when you squirt them, then you can see all the pretty colors and stuff. And I come back with a bag of rocks. I add them to a rock collection that I have on around like a flower bed and stuff. But yeah, I can end up with pockets of rocks. Temperate Shelley sounded just like the one we have. Many mice skeletons. Autocorrect to pain, I understand. The state stone, yes, the Petoskey stone. I can't remember what it's called, so I'll just get many granite spots around us. Nice. There's a lot of the quartz as well. These are just some that I had put through the tumbler. This one is not one that I found. So with the rock tumbler, they gave you like some raw stones to tumble. And then this is kind of what it had turned into. Not the greatest of picks. Need better light. And you can see so many different details. There's this one rock that's really cool that they're like painted rocks. It looks like the way that they are created, it looks like somebody actually painted a picture or something on them. They're beautiful. Here's that restaurant, City Park Grill. This is the one I was talking about that Ernest Hemingway used to hang out in back in the day. This is in Petoskey, Michigan. This was last February. They do like a Valentine's thing where you go to the different stores and you get like different chocolates. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt kind of a thing. And then they have people that make ice sculptures. And then a lot of these ice sculptures that were out in front of the business look like they were done by CNC. Like checking out pretty rocks, but leave them. Okay, yeah. I try not to take too many. I really do. I'm pretty selective. It does take a long time. It does. And you definitely need to put it somewhere where it doesn't disrupt the rest of the house because it can be a little loud. Rock piles are usually markers or direction signs, but sometimes people just do it to say they added rocks. I don't know. And then when I go to like water my flowers and then the rocks get wet, they look all pretty and stuff. These are all from my iPhone, so this won't have any of like, oh, wait. Oh, I found him. I found him. There he is. In the garage, yeah. definitely, because it is so loud. And not only that, but then you got to go through, it takes weeks because you got to start with the coarse sand. You got like 3 different levels of sand. Is it 3 or 4? And then you got to change it weekly. So yeah, it could take well over a month to do a batch of rocks. Hope you're aware they're from glacial remains. Yes, they are from the glacial remains. Yeah, like those pudding stones is actually like from creation of Earth, apparently. And it's like this beautiful conglomerate of different like jaspers and let me see. Open up page here. I know I said I was going to go for a couple more minutes. My family's probably waiting to get the internet back. Let's find a lovely picture here to share. Oh, I also found out about this other kind of rock that I'm pretty curious to go and find. They call it it's called the Euperlite, but that's just a nickname. Now, I found out about this pudding stone when I was in St. Ignace up in the UP and went into this store that had the shape of like the state of Michigan, and it was done in the pudding stone, and I thought it was so beautiful. And then I found out that they were from this area, and I've been looking and collecting them ever since. Now, I don't know if I will ever make any jewelry or anything out of them, but oh, there is no really good photos in here of this. Why is that? All right, what is this one? Oh, of course, it'll be super small. All right, well, stop sharing that one. And we'll share. Oh, wait. I have to open another thing here. We'll move that there. And then we'll share. Okay. I was going to click on this picture here, but it's so small. So it'll have like jasper and crystals and just a whole, like I said, a conglomerate of different stuff inside, different stones that have just been mashed and put together from the glaciers and movement. This one can be small too. Sure is. Well, here's some Petoskey stones. I've only found one little one of this, and I'm still hunting them. I would like to find something a little bit more grander than what I've found so far. This is the Petoskey. Okay. So this is what the pudding stone looks like. And I think they call it pudding because there was some kind of pudding that had all different kinds of fruit or something in it. So that's why they call it pudding stone. But yeah, I have a few of these. Now this is the Euperlite that I was talking about. It glows in like UV light, and now I'm my new mission, because our coasts look like this with all these rocks. So it's really hard not to have pockets full, because it's like, oh, this one's pretty, this one's pretty. but taking a UV light out and finding these Uper stones would be awesome. And I guess they don't keep their glow for a very long time. Like maybe 20 years or something like that. Now, these aren't the only rocks, of course. There's multiple different minerals that they have that glow, and there will be different colors and greens and blues and reds. But excuse me, but the fact that this is basically in my backyard, I should go find them. Uper stones, Uper lights. I don't think that's its technical, its scientific name, but that's what they call them. I miss some. Sorry about that. All right, catching up on chat. 3 kinds of grit. All right, thank you. Boulder fields. Okay. Took a mini course on glaciers a long time ago. Learned so much. Yeah, the way our state was made is pretty cool. Did you know that up there in Lake Superior is like a volcanic caldera? That's why it's so deep and everything. In the walls of the basement holes, there were seashells. And there are mountains that holds. Yes, yep. It's kind of like your fossil finding. It's a Wiccan ritual grounds. I have polished granite and no one knows where they came from. And it's granite all over the park from an offshoot of Stone Mountain. Couple of small, you got like the Petoskey stones or the pudding stones. You have a couple of small ones of those. My backyard science. Hello. Sorry it took me a little bit to catch up. How are you? Thanks for coming in. We are learning that and enjoying this new adventure. We'll be adding some other stuff to the channel now as well. We don't always need. Yeah. It's just like I really like the 80s, but I don't always want to be doing the 80s. And I started my channel to share like photography and locations and such. And back to Bigfoot. Props, nougat candies. Yeah. Oh, you're saying R because of the autocorrect. Gotcha. Uber stones, yes. They call people in the Upper Peninsula Ubers. They sure do. And some up there have a bit of a Canadian accent. It would be cool to find those. It sure would. Yeah, we did a little drive to Pigeon River Country State Forest. We listened to the sounds of our planets and our solar system. And then we looked at a few pictures, and then I shared the fact that I like rocks. I collect rocks, and I'm still learning about the rocks. And so, yeah, a little sciencey. I only know a little bit. Yeah, Upers. There you go. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, a caldera. And it's very, oh, I guess it was a very sciencey stream. And don't forget Bigfoot. Yeah, unfortunately, Bigfoot's not standing there no more. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Okay. I think. I mean, I could go on and on, but I think I'm going to call it. Bigfoot is your spirit animal. Down here, some people think we have a Bigfoot called. Yeah, I've heard it called that too. Well, my uncle swears. Like I remember, I was little and we're visiting my grandmother down Mississippi, and we often hung out in the kitchen part of the house and talked and listened to stories and all that kind of stuff. Well, my two uncles had been out hunting something that day. And then, anyways, the sun had just not too long after the sun had set. And my uncles come running like in through the porch. You'd hear the screen door slam, and then they burst open the back door to the kitchen. And my uncle was just white. He was breathing really, really heavy. And he said that when they were walking back to the house, he kept hearing like this grunting kind of like a kind of sound. And when he when he heard that, he took off, but he said he could hear it in the distance and like coming behind him. Like, anyways, I've never forget the look on his face. And they were quite young when they were like teenagers. They were still in high school. So, but that grunting kind of growling sound, what kind of animal outside, I mean, there are black bear, but there wasn't too many black bear in the state around that time because I guess most of the black bear in Mississippi had been hunted pretty much out. And any of the black bear there now are have transported and moved from Louisiana area. Shelley, you say you only know a little bit about science, but you research the things you've heard. Aw, you're so sweet, Carol. You and Tim always say such the sweetest things. You guys always make me smile. I think you only see it when appropriate quantities of alcohol are involved. Are you talking about Sasquatch? Oh, that reminds me. In Petoskey, I did where that City Park Grill was, and we went for like the Valentine thing and nice sculptures. Well, one of the storefronts had like Bigfoot shirts, like Bigfoot for president, and a plushie. It was a Bigfoot plushie. Oh my god, it was so cute. It was about like this big, and he's sitting down with his big old feet. I don't think I'd be able to find that clip right at the moment, but so cute, and I wanted that and a shirt. Swamp ape, skunk ape. I really think I have one in the woods behind my apartment. Carol will be willing to test that out. Tim, I saw a cool t-shirt earlier that said Bigfoot. All-time hide and seek champion. Yeah. Came across one driving home from work one night. This furry thing on 2 feet crossed a 2-lane highway in 2 steps. Yikes. Ooh. Oh, you see the Sasquatch or Bigfoot for president? That's cool. They also saw that Bigfoot loves to travel along power lines. What? It's Tim's Uncle Bob. Oh, my stars. I have a clip of a man mushroom hunting, and some ungodly scream comes from the woods, and he just says, I think it's time to go now. Yeah. Well, and see, like the bobcat does, and the fox, they do like screams. But I know, I don't know, but from what I've heard and watched, that, and my uncle's experience, that it's more like a guttural kind of a sound that they make. So he could have been a friend for Grogu. He could have been. It's still possible that I may get it. It may not be in the window, but I will find it. Let's see. Okay. He said to tell you hi then. I think that'll be my last mushroom hunting trip. Oh, come on. You can come out and go hunting for the morel mushrooms up here, Carol. So they can wirelessly recharge their cell phones. I need to hear this scream. I don't know if I want to hear the scream. We got necrophonics and randonautical and Bigfoots and screams and owls, and it's like 100 yards close. Bobcats make a wipe. Yeah, they sure do. What? It's your birthday, Carol? Oh, Carol. Well, happy birthday, darling. Oh, thank you for hanging out with me on your birthday, sweetheart. I hope you have a wonderful day. Aw. I'll send you a little something later. Thank you so much for being here, and happy birthday. I wish I could play you like a birthday song. But they probably give me a copyright claim or a block, because the one I like to play is the Beatles. But love you so, Michigan Carol. You have a great night. And yeah, I'm getting ready to close up myself. We got 1 minute to go. So I want to say good night to everybody. And thank you for hanging out with me. I hope it wasn't too boring. Anybody watching in the future, watching the replay, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. And and I will see you guys in probably about 2 weeks from today. Another 2 weeks. And you guys take care. I will see you in chat. My backyard science says, question, if a Bigfoot wanted your Uber stone, would you give it up? Sure. If he just wanted the rock, I'd be happy to give him the rock. As long as he doesn't bother me, we're good. All right, everybody. Sweet dreams. Hope you have your rest of your weekend is lovely. Good night, everybody. And take care. We'll see you around. Bye.